Ani shna curious and away dijna cause gitchinenda mumpy bija. Hello, everybody. My name is Carrie Sinaway. I am very, very happy to be here with each and every one of you this evening for a really, really amazing commemoration. A high five to all of our post-secondary graduates within Wiikwemkoong unceded territory. So I just want to introduce myself as your master of ceremony for this evening, and I want to say chimigwech to all of the organizers who did ask me to provide this service for everybody in our community. And of course, I just want to say hi to everybody at home, all the graduates that are watching this evening as well, your moms and dads, your aunties and your uncles, and all of your friends and your family. Again, nice to see everybody here for this really special evening. So what we're going to have for you this evening is a few speakers, some speeches as well. We're going to show you some video, and we're going to have a slideshow later on with all of our graduating students. So you want to stick around for that. So to begin, just a little bit of a background on what we're doing here. We are here for the 39th annual graduation ceremony, and this is hosted by the Wiikwemkoong Board of Education and we Gotchtode Labor Market Services. And tonight we are hosting this unique event. And why is it unique? Well, it's the first ever virtual post-secondary graduation ceremony, and we know everything these days has really gone virtual, and of course that is because of COVID-19, and of course for the safety of all of our students and for all of our parents and our family that would have attended the event in person. This is why it was decided to go virtual for everyone this evening. So yes, we are very excited to be able to come into each and every one of your homes tonight and to celebrate with our post-secondary graduates, families, and loved ones. Everyone that has made tonight really special and all come together to help in the education of our post-secondary students. And just a quick acknowledgement to the following individuals who have worked to make this event happen. The Wiikwemkoong Graduation Committee, consisting of Rona George, Janet McComb, Stacy Jackson, Lorraine Fox, Jennifer Palche, Shane Cooper, and Dwayne Anamaquan. As well, we have Kyle Corsten with First Tel Communications, and he's the guy behind the camera making the light shine here and everything come live to you tonight. So providing the live stream for this evening's event. So as mentioned, we're going to hear from some very special people with some speeches and wonderful things to say about the importance of tonight as well as our students. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our first couple of speakers. We have the Education Director for the Wiikwemkoong Board of Education, Faye Cole, and following her, we will have Colleen Wasagijic Miigwan's Wiina Gotchtode Labor Market Services Manager. So we'll ask each one of those ladies to come up one at a time. Miigwech.
Ani, it's a real honor to be here today. My name is Faye Cole. I'm the Education Director for the Wiikwemkoong Board of Education, and it's so exciting to be here and celebrate the success of our graduates. I want to say Ani to our families, our elders, our community members, and finally to our Wiikwemkoong graduates. I'm so excited to be here. Today is your day to celebrate your success on graduating and finishing another milestone in your life. As you stand with your robes and graduation caps, we are inspired by your hard work, dedication, and commitment to finishing your studies. You did it. I've recently learned that the Anishinaabe word for this is Wiikwemkoong, but I also have learned just a few minutes ago that it can be interpreted as Wiina Shkuche, which is interpreted as inspire. My uncle Rennie Mishaki explained the word bundle as Gegons means steady. Sangye means strengthening. He explained to me that inspiration begins with a steady strengthening of community. And today, you have community behind you. Your community has supported you through different ways. And this is why we're here today. We are inspired by your success for post-secondary learning. Your community is celebrating your success as we stand behind you. We honor your education journey and look forward to watching you continue your journey of purpose in life. Miigwech to all our graduates for the work well done. Mia.
Ani, bonjour. Colleen, Wasegijik, Miigwech, Nijnekas. Mampigo, Wiikwemkoong, Gikogonago. Akjo, Mampigerin, Dochinendam, Nunga, Mampi, Yang. We take so much for granted each year that we will have the celebration right before our annual cultural celebration. And with all the bells and whistles and the gatherings of families and friends. 6 months ago, if anybody had told us that we would be doing our graduation celebration this way, we wouldn't have believed them. My Uncle Echo was proud of saying, but within that is always the optimism that we would have, what we have that is good, that it will always continue, and that we will recognize what it is that is special and what we have accomplished that is special, and that we continue to see that. So with that, we've just finished our first year of a 10-year agreement for employment and training services for Wiikwemkoong. And this is our first cohort of graduates for this particular strategy. And we want to honor them in the hard work that they have done for this year, and a lot of them ending their studies not in the traditional classroom or training setting, but virtually online. It's been a change for all of us, and we've come through it. There are only a very few that did not finish as expected, but we expect to be honoring those in our celebrations next year, and hopefully next year we'll have all the bells and whistles, our prayers, our drums. Right now, we implore you that to pray for our graduates and that they be successful in their employment endeavors for the rest of the year. Nahau, Bamapi.
And Miigwech, both Faye and Colleen, for those words of inspiration. And Faye, you know, I like how you said it, you know, you did it. All the graduates, you actually did it. And I really love how you translated that, the meaning of inspire. And I'm sure I'm going to try to ask you exactly how to say that as I'm going through my own learning of Anishinaabemowin as well. And she also referred to the strength of the community. And of course, it takes a community to raise children, our families. We all have to work together. Colleen, you said all is good. You know, it's a special time, and maybe not have been traditional classroom type of education. And I was totally amazed. It made me think of all the people that I know have been in post-secondary education over the last few months. And yes, it's been difficult, but wow, I can just see our warriors out there that really wanted to get the education, and they weren't going to stop. They had to do what they had to do. So personally too, I'm very proud to see all of our graduates and honoring them this evening. So again, Miigwech, Faye and Colleen for sharing those words and, you know, bringing us back to that reality that we're all living in this day and age. More inspiring words. We have coming up our community, Wiikwemkoong, Ogama, Duke Pelche, also to share some words of congratulations and inspiration as well. So we'd like to call up Ogama.
Ani Wiikwemkoong, Miigwech Kinandinim Zinajigig Mompi, We've Najiganik, Ninduk Kanamagzijik. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank everyone for tuning in into this live stream and virtual event for honoring our graduates of 2020. It's a celebration that we look forward to on an annual basis, and I look forward to seeing all the accomplishments from all of the graduates when they enter into the workforce or if they continue on into their studies. Many of them I've seen grow up here in the community. I've participated likely in their grade 8 graduation and their grade 12 graduation, and now in their post-secondary graduation studies. So it's quite an accomplishment, and I do want to say altogether that the community does support all of your efforts, all of your pursuits, and all of your endeavors. We want to continue to do that, and we also have to give thanks to the support systems that allow our young people, our young adults to enter into post-secondary studies and training programs, because this is what's going to set up each individual for the rest of their lives. And we hope that by participating and nurturing the skills and your knowledge base, that one day you will find meaningful employment and a meaningful career in your chosen field of study. That's what we want to continue to support, and we want to ensure that you come home with that knowledge and apply it here and assist our community in allowing us to continue to grow the way that we have been for the last few decades. And on behalf of the leadership of the community, I want to say miigwech to all of our staff who support each of the students on a daily basis, providing the encouragement, processing the applications, ensuring that the funding streams are available for the students, making sure that they have all the resources that they need. I think we owe a great big congratulatory virtual miigwech to everyone that works at Wiikwemkoong LDM, as well as our post-secondary program, our post-secondary counseling unit. I want to say miigwech to everyone that supports each one of the students that have graduated here, and I want to say good luck to each one of those students that wish to pursue their studies. I hope that many do not stop with a college diploma. I look forward to hearing about some of them entering into their university degrees and postgraduate degrees, because those are some of the things that are going to be needed in today's society. And I look forward to seeing much of the technological education that many are pursuing in the engineering fields, and as well as into the business fields. So those are some of the things that we want to continue to support, and on behalf of the council, the community, leadership in the community, and all the staff, I want to say miigwech to everyone that has supported each one of the students in their this very important day. So miigwech, and I want to say that the team here, they've worked very hard, and they want to play a video for allowing our valedictorians under each of the different programs where they've been funded from for the last few years, that they also have some congratulatory remarks that they'd like to share with their peers and their fellow graduates. So if we can have that play right now, miigwech, mama pimena.
Ani, for those who don't know me, my name is Winifred Miangwi. Presently, we're taping from my office, where I'm the finance officer for the Wiikwemkoong Unceded Indian Reserve. Just this past year, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Indigenous Studies, and I graduated cum laude. This is the first time I've finished a post-secondary degree, and it's taken me probably well over 30 years to do it. Of course, there's many reasons for that, but I guess my whole point out of it would be that you don't really have to set a time limit when to complete things. Just know that you can finish it within your lifetime, whatever you choose to do. Also, I guess what I'd like to point out is in any course that you take or any program you do decide to go with in post-secondary studies, whether it's medical doctor or whether it's an English teacher, take at least a couple of Indigenous courses. especially if it's professors, Indigenous professors, you'll learn a lot about yourself. You'll learn that not everything that was written in the history books is true. So once you take that first step, more research, and you'll learn to appreciate the culture you come from and who you are. And lastly, I guess I'd just like to thank the Wiikwemkoong, the Labour Market Services, for helping me with completing my studies, for without them it would have been a lot more difficult. And for that, I'm very grateful. And I especially would like to thank Shane Cooper, who was insistent that I do this valedictorian speech. Again, miigwech, thank you.
Ani and hello everyone. My name is Melissa and I'd like to begin my speech by congratulating this year's 2020 graduates. This is a moment I am sure you've all been waiting for. All of you worked so hard to be here and I hope you took the moment to give yourself the true credit you deserve. College is not made to be easy, and each and every one of you rose to the challenge and succeeded in what you wanted to do. As a fellow college student, I know there were times when you must have asked yourself, how am I going to be able to do this? Will this homework ever end? The endless calls to family and friends, to hear words of encouragement, and let's be honest, to give our eyes a break from reading. I remember asking myself at times, is this even humanly possible for my brain to hold this much information? When I look back to the first day of school, it seems like it was yesterday. I remember the nerves, the excitement, and the expectations I had of myself. Who would have known that time in college really does fly by? Or all of the new connections we'd be making with friends and professors. Even though it could be hard at times in college with the bar set so high, there were some pretty great times as well. Some of you are headed off into the career you worked so hard to pursue. For others, you are headed into the next chapter of your educational journey. Whether you are beginning a new career or headed to university, I encourage you all to never stop challenging yourself. If you want that job position that you feel is unreachable, go for it. You want that nice new car? Work hard for it. You want to give back to your community in a meaningful way? Stop at nothing to do it. You have shown by graduating that when you set a goal for yourself, you go and you get it. I truly believe in the saying, believe in yourself and your abilities to succeed in life. Nothing's off limits for you to go out into the world and make your mark. Each one of you deserve the very best that life has to offer you, although it's up to you to go and get it. Whatever path you may choose, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, whatever that may be. And remind you to have fun and enjoy every moment that life has to offer you. As I wrap up, I'd like to share a piece of poetry called New Beginnings from one of my favorite poets, Gertrude McLean. It's only the beginning now, a pathway yet unknown. At times the sound of steps, sometimes we walk alone. The best beginnings of our lives may sometimes end in sorrow, but even on the darkest days, the sun will shine tomorrow. So we must do our very best, whatever life may bring, and look beyond the winter chill and smell the breath of spring. Into each life will always come a time to start anew, a new beginning for each heart, as fresh as morning dew. Although the cares of life are great, and the heads are bowed to so low, the storms of life will leave behind a wonder of a rainbow. The years will never take away our chance to start anew. It's only the beginning now, so dreams really do come true. Miigwech, and again, congratulations to this year's graduates.
Ani, Kenawea. My fellow graduates and friends, it is an honor to speak to you all today. I wish we were all together celebrating this joyous occasion of this graduation ceremony, but under the circumstances, we gotta make do what we gotta do. I want to start off by saying Chimigwech to Winnegutstrode LDM for allowing me the opportunity to acquire my AZ license. Also want to say Chimigwech to Andy's for allowing us to utilize the back parking lot for training purposes. Say congratulations to all this year's graduates. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Keep working hard. You will succeed. I want to say a little quote from someone that many of you may know. It goes like this: follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. Then by all means, you should follow that. That quote was from Ellen DeGeneres. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my family. my 2 kids, my daughter Lindra and my son Kenlin, and a chimigwech to my better half Kendra. Without your guys' support, I don't know if I'd be able to do what I'm able to do today. And in closing, I want to say to my fellow graduates, take the bull by the horns and just give her. Naha, Balma, Zalganim.
Wow, Chimigwech, all of our valedictorians for sharing those messages and really, not digging really deep into the soul to share those words of inspiration with us, because it comes out so naturally. It's who you are. And each one of you has presented some words, some thoughts, some ideas, which inspired me and, of course, inspired everybody else at home. So Chimigwech to our valedictorians, and congratulations, a well-deserved honor indeed. So this brings us to the next part of our evening. As mentioned earlier, we have a slideshow. Again, it would be great to have all of our graduates here with us, celebrating together. Unfortunately, COVID, it's making everything virtual, but nonetheless, the honor is still there, the recognition is still there, the pride is still there. So what we have for you right now, and it's going to take a few minutes, is we have a slideshow of our postgraduates from Wiikwemkoong. So I know I will enjoy it, and I'm sure each one of you will enjoy it as well. Miigwech. Actually, Tim, you can close. Miigwech for that. Just listening to the music, I seriously can just visualize each one of those graduates just walking by. So proud. It's that moment they're walking with their gowns and cap and gowns. So Miigwech, and that was 95 graduates that we just saw. 95. Something to be so proud of. So if you're out there, graduates, and you saw your photos or you saw your name on the screen, give yourself a big pat on the back, a big holler. Mom and dad, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, do the same. Pat that graduate on the back. High five. Miigwech for a job well done for graduating and again moving on. And Ogama said it before. It'd be great to see the succession. If it's a college diploma, moving into a degree, and then bringing those skills, that education back home, because it is a cycle we always try to promote here in our community. We help fund our students to go to school to get the education with the hopes that they bring that expertise back into our community, again, to continue to build that strength that we need as Wiikwemkoong and Anishinaabe. So again, Miigwech, it was so wonderful to see each and every one of you with those photos virtually. Okay, we've come to the end of our evening here for our virtual graduation, and I just want to say personally, again, as your MC, Miigwech to the organizers for asking me. I'm very honored to be here as part of this virtual first ever event, and hopefully it's not going to be something that we see again next year with COVID-19. Let's just get it done, get it out of the way. So again, it was just Miigwech for me to be asked to be here. So in closing, I'd like to bring up the man who's going to wow us with his inspirational closing remarks. So that's Tim Amanika, and he is the education portfolio for Wiikwemkoong unceded territory. And an inside joke, he's also the Wiki TV, what is that, police? Something like that, because we were wondering, we know who's online here with us this evening, but we're wondering who's watching it from their TVs at home here in Wiikwemkoong. So that's his other job. Ooh, with his cape on, maybe, right? Okay, so again, Miigwech, and I'll bring up now Tim Amanika for closing remarks and the final bama. Miigwech.
Ani, Kanagoya. Well, Miigwech Kerry for the introduction. First off, I'd like to say congratulations to all of our graduates from Wiikwemkoong. We are also proud of you, all of this work that you have achieved thus far. And I also like to say Miigwech to Gima for doing the opening remarks today, and our post-secondary department who did this collaboratively, working alongside TV5. This new way of doing our graduation ceremonies is new to all of us, and all the hard work they put in. But we wanted to show a way to show our respects towards you and make sure that your graduation didn't go unrecognized. So by doing this, all these trying times, we come up with this new way of dealing with your successes. And I hope we don't have to do this next year. We hopefully could celebrate back here in Wiikwemkoong to see all of you guys personally. So on WBE and as a portfolio holder, we want to congratulate everybody. This is a lifelong journey that you guys have done, and through this trying times you were able to accomplish all these successes, even though we had to go do the learning from home. Some of you may be parents, single parents, even working with your children. All of that stuff you had to do and collaborate amongst each other, and you still were able to accomplish and achieve your successes with this graduation. Some of you may continue to carry on your education, go on to your master's programs, completing your BAs, your honors, and getting your PhDs. We are very fortunate to have all of you continue your education and bring all of this back to our community, making our community very rich. I'm very grateful to be a portfolio holder of education and watching all of you succeed. This is a lifelong learning journey. It's not going to end. You guys continue to follow your dreams and move on forward as you come up to greater and better opportunities with your education. So on behalf of our post-secondary department, our WBE, our board, we just like to say congratulations and continue to achieve in all your successes. Miigwech.